Hey guys, so embodying our extraterrestrial self. So we can look at this from two perspectives, and I would say the most important perspective is to look at this from the idea of living our highest excitement moment to moment, the idea of embodying the frequency of our higher self. So when we're following our highest excitement moment to moment, as Bashar and the Yahyel that I channel, very strongly connected to Bashar's civilization, talk about, the idea is that our highest excitement is the frequency of our higher self in physical reality. So it's kind of like we've got this higher self, this kind of part of us in higher dimensions that can kind of see the bigger picture and understand what is best for us and where we should go, what direction we should move in to have the most benefit for us and the rest of humanity. And it's kind of connected into the collective, so it's not only seeing it from like my perspective, what's good for me, but it's seeing like what's good for the whole picture, the greatest picture, the evolution of Earth and the evolution of the consciousness and the universe as a whole. And so when we're following our highest excitement, our excitements are kind of the impulses given to us from our higher self to get us moving in a certain direction. So the ETs operate like this all the time. They're kind of directly wired to their higher self, so they don't, I think, really have to like think like what's my excitement and then act on it. They just flow with the excitement in the moment. And so to embody our extraterrestrial self, I would say we really need to embody this idea of following our excitement. And excitement can be any positive vibration. It can be like love, gratitude, peace, joy, creativity, bliss, excitement, like literal jumping up and down excitement. It can be like serenity, like a deeply peaceful, serene state. So for what they talk about as excitement is kind of like coming, I guess, kind of connected to a science like physics point of view, the idea that excitement is a higher frequency energy state. And so excitement doesn't necessarily have to be jumping up and down excitement. It can be like a very serene and peaceful state as well. It's any positive energy. So this is what the ETs do. They only move with positive energy. They do not allow negative vibrations into their energy field, into their actions, because they understand that it only emanates negative frequencies, which affect their own reality, affect the parallel timeline they shift to. So basically, to embody our extraterrestrial selves, we need to stay in a high frequency state as possible, like always act on the things that bring us bliss, the things that bring us joy, the things that bring us peace, the things that bring us serenity, the things that uplift us, the things that inspire us, excite us. So we're really tuning out the old fear-based realities, the lack of self-worth, the I'm not good enough, blah 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 blah, and just embodying this powerful, unconditionally loving vibrational energy of our extraterrestrial self. And so perhaps another way we could look at embodying our extraterrestrial self in physical reality is the idea that we have counterparts, like aspects of our soul that live in the Sirius system, Pleiadian system, Arcturan system. So if, for example, you have a resonance with beings from Arcturus, you can make the effort to connect in with this Arcturan aspect of yourself. And to me, like, the Arcturus energy is a very healing energy. So if you feel you've got a counterpart in the Arcturan system, it's likely that you're drawn to healing on some level. So embodying the healing arts and allowing others to embrace unconditional love, like the healing power of unconditional love. I see this is very connected to the Arcturan system, and also but with a kind of masculine energy of following your passion, following your excitement. So the Arcturans, in a sense, to me, are a blend of the Pleiadians, who are like pure unconditional love, and my counterpart Tahinio Ra of the Yahyel, who's very much like more like a masculine energy of following your highest excitement fearlessly, like the Shiva warrior energy. I think this is where the idea of Shivai comes from, Bashar's civilization and the Yahyel. The idea that Shiva, like this Hindu god, very much embodied the idea of fearlessness. I think you see him with a cobra. He wears a cobra around his neck, and not sure I'd advise you going that far, but I guess if you're truly fearless and you're truly aligned with your higher self and you're truly emanating unconditional love, the cobra will pick up on that frequency, and the cobra won't be scared and feel the impetus to lash out at you. But I definitely don't recommend putting a cobra around your neck. However, anyway, let's not go there. Disclaimer here. But the idea is that like the Yahyel and Bashar and the Shakani have this idea, like this Shiva warrior energy of following your high excitement fiercely, without hesitation, in every given moment. And I need some of this energy at the moment, because like I've been doing this for a while, and it's brought up a lot of fears. Like up a mountain in the middle of Peru, not knowing where my life's going. Gotta understand that we're connected to Source. We're connected to God, and we are aspects of God and Source. And even if like this rock was to collapse on me now, okay, well, I manifest, I'll be okay, because like I just leave my physical body, and everything's okay, and like fearless energy. And the Pleiadians really express this energy of unconditional love and compassion, and I feel like the Arcturans are kind of a hybridization of the two, so a very balanced state of consciousness. And this is perhaps why I'm very drawn to the idea of balance, and Trinity being a point of balance between two polarities, and drawn to the idea of Egyptian teachings of balancing the two hemispheres of the brain to create this completely balanced state of consciousness where our higher self can come through, and we can move and flow in the moment, knowing that all things are well and all things are perfect. So yeah, and I think the energy of the beings of ancient Egypt, these were like very extraterrestrial energies. So you can perhaps like tune in. There's a great documentary called Magical Egypt, available on YouTube, the first 2 episodes. It's a really great story, really brings that energy through of our extraterrestrial self and our empowered self. So yeah, so embodying our extraterrestrial self in this reality, it's really understanding that we are part of a greater consciousness. We are directly tapped into the infinite, all-knowing consciousness of all that is, and we can fearlessly like bring love and compassion and service to humanity through following our excitement, in the knowing that we are taking reality to another level, and also like really embodying the beliefs that we are part of Source consciousness and we're connected into this whole. And like when this physical body like falls away, it's like exciting, because we're going to transcend into the spiritual realm. We're going to see all our old relatives again. We're going to see perhaps our parents that have passed on. My father recently passed, so I'm getting over the emotion of that and knowing like, yes, this is exciting. I'm going to see him again in the higher dimensions, and like really embodying this fearlessness and this understanding that like we are divine beings and divine souls and connected to higher dimensions. And from here we really have the ability to take our mission, take our calling to the next level, and really embodying the idea that like not just being like kind of self-centered, and I think like most of you watching this are not going to be like selfish in that way, but we perhaps have fears about like our own survival in this reality that can hold us back from really embodying our extraterrestrial self. However, when we really embody this extraterrestrial self and like tap into this consciousness of the higher chakras, like we kind of remember that like wow, we came here for a higher mission to perhaps bring extraterrestrial contact to Earth, or this knowledge of these higher dimensions of reality. And from here, being able to really fearlessly like step outside, like just looking after me and like looking at the broader picture and seeing like how can I help humanity's ascension, how can I assist this transformation. And it like gets really exciting, and it's like when you come into this energy, it's like, why was I ever coming from a selfish perspective? Because it's so like contracted and like needy and like desperate, it just makes us feel depressed. But when we step out of this consciousness and into the idea of serving the whole, and how can I assist the expansion of humanity into this new consciousness, and the remembering that like Like, we can rebuild Atlantis, we can rebuild ancient Egypt and this divine wisdom, and operate like directly tuned in and plugged into the higher consciousness. And like, this is where our fulfillment comes from. It no longer comes from like needing safety and needing like things for ourselves. When we're like plugged into this higher consciousness and the greater whole and this greater intelligence, we become like these beings of ancient Egypt, like, who are very extraterrestrial in nature. Some of them, I believe, were extraterrestrial, very likely. And we like this consciousness like lifts us up. It's like so expanding and so like euphoric. And it's like we're tapped into the motherboard of all that is. We're tapped into this higher consciousness, and we can see how these beings from ancient Egypt, they were tapped into this energy, and you see them like sat there in these sculptures of them, and they're like, when you're plugged into this energy of serving the greater collective and serving the expansion of consciousness, you're just overwhelmed by this awe. I think awe is the energy, and we could perhaps say that awe is the frequency of our extraterrestrial self. So begin to tap into your highest excitement and follow your highest excitement moment to moment, and also really tap into this energy of serving the collective on a higher level. And like, I love this like series Magical Egypt on YouTube, because it really embodies the essence of like understanding that we are divine beings, and we can really serve humanity on another level when we tap into this consciousness. So it is 11:11 on the video timer, and I think that's a good place to finish. So have a great day, guys. Peace, love, and Shivai. Tap into your higher consciousness and let your fulfillments come from this place, and it's mind-blowing when you're there. And this is the essence of embodying our extraterrestrial self. Have a great day, guys. Shivai.